Dun, 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 the Fin Fam.
I'm so not used to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So my third pick is forward legendary Aerith. Now a lot of you might disagree with me, but I think Minwoo on a body, who then also protects themselves to such a very good degree, is just a little bit oppressive. Maybe not lightning as much because you can then just break her, and she doesn't. I don't think she has kind of an Ash backup to kind of prevent that. Does Aerith?
No,
I don't think
no.
so. Yeah, so like where Ash is kind of almost impossible to kill in a water deck, Aerith is similar to that. Not as she doesn't do as good of a job, but she then gives everybody the Minwoo protection. And I almost feel like that is really kind of a water ability. So going back to our discussion about Yuri and how Yuri's giving other abilities. Now I know Aerith backup prevented other backups from dealing damage and stuff like that. That's, I think, fair because it's a completely different aspect than your forwards. But I just think that she's very oppressive. And it's just like every time she comes out on the field, you just are like your opponents they're actually apologizing because they're like, yeah, I know this sucks, yeah, you know, sorry, I hate to play this card. And you're just like, no, you're not. You love it.
So where I look at it is like, it is a very good card. Having a Minwoo on a body that attacks, I think there's a couple things that are unfair. So not only when it is dealt damage by a summon or an ability, it reduces it by 2,000 power, which also makes it real. So you have to do 9k damage to it. There are a lot of cards named Aerith. I feel like every other card may name Aerith. One thing I definitely think is insane, that when it dies, you just activate all your backups.
Yeah,
so if you play them when you have 3, and then it dies when you have 5, you just net 2 mana.
Yeah, 2 CP.
And it also makes combat very, very awkward. I remember in my 9 deck, I couldn't kill any other forward until that card got killed.
Well, she warps,
just like Sephiroth when stabbed her in the stomach.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, she warps the game so much. Like, I think there's a lot of things that I don't like about Wind in general. It has too many things. It has too many toys. I think that Aerith brings that Minwoo toy to Wind when Wind didn't really need it.
There are too many toys in the basket.
Yeah.
Too many toys in the basket.
Yeah, it's overflowing.
Tommy and Chucky are running around the world.
There's toys on the floor.
Aerith is neglected on the floor, but it's still there.
Aerith goes up to Chucky and says, "Give me your knife because you don't need it. Because you can't use it. It's now rubbery."
Yeah, and let me put it in my chest, just like Sephiroth.
But I think that again, going back to Aerith, I think that she just does something that I don't think that Wynn needed, and. You know, they already have huge bodies, you know, 9k dudes running around.
That are free.
They have the best buff backup in Maria. They have untap all of your backups all day, every day. They have, you know, they have discard. Well, actually, they have Thoughtseize on a stick. They have...
For all you guys who aren't familiar, that's Heroic Zidane.
The only time I didn't want to play her was when I was playing a Dadaluma deck.
Yeah, and in all Devil's Advocate, this answers Dadaluma very, very well.
Oh yeah. Like you play this card and Dada doesn't work.
For the most part, absolutely. And I definitely feel like Aerith isn't one of those cards that's ban worthy, but it definitely does create an unfriendly format in the sense of how Wind can buff itself. Where I don't think it should be banned. I feel like it's on the same level as Dadaluma, where it can create a bad landscape, but maybe not ban-worthy.
When it comes down to it, would I rather have Aerith in my deck, or would I rather have Dadaluma in my deck? This one is where it gets a little bit tricky, because if I'm going down the Dadaluma route, I don't want Aerith in my deck. But if I'm playing anything but Dadaluma, I want Aerith. Like, there's no, hands down, I think that with the amount of hate that Dadaluma has, I just don't think that he was ban worthy. A lot of these cards are like, these cards are just as bad in warping the game as Dadaluma. So why are these ones not talked about?
Yeah. Thanks for watching, all you sweaty nerds. If you want to stay moist like us, please like, subscribe, and share with all your sweaty friends. And hope you enjoyed the video.
Till next time, and remember, use deodorant when drafting.
Always.